Welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches. Today I have a special guest. His name is Chilla and he customizes shoes. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well. Kind of behind a little bit because I work third shift at West Pharmaceuticals, but other than that, I'll be okay.
That's what's up. So, how long have you been customizing shoes?
I've been customizing now for almost 3.5 years. Um, it's it's been a little journey. Just constantly learning and trying to get better with techniques and steady freehanding a lot. So other than that, man, I love the journey that I'm taking, and I'm enjoying it all.
That's what's up. Do people usually send you pictures of what they want, or do they just tell you to freestyle them?
Okay. There is a lot of people that do send me a lot of things that they see on their TikToks or what they see on their Instagrams, and I tell them the truth sometimes, just to let them know quality always matter too. And
Right.
yeah, there is a lot of people that ask me to freestyle, but when I ask you to freestyle or somebody be like, "Man, can you freestyle something for me?" I ask you at least 3 questions to give me something to go off of to begin the freestyle, so I can at least
Right.
have something to go off of.
Right. So, have you ever had a dissatisfied customer?
Honestly, not yet.
Not yet. Well, we ain't gonna claim it either. Now we gonna knock on some wood. We ain't claiming that either. So, what are some of your favorite shoes to design?
Um, Honestly, Air Force Ones, and I like doing Vans too because I like the canvas feel, and
Right.
I like I could say Air Max 95s.
Okay. What
I would
about
say that.
how about the Converses?
Converse is about the same as Vans, but they're kind of more flimsy.
Right.
So I would tell somebody to get more of a low than Converse high because they're
Right.
so flimsy. But other than that, I mean, they're both about the same. But I like the Vans preferably.
Right. Well, I need to get me a pair so I can go ahead and send you some so you can throw me a little design on there.
So I'll be ready for you at any time. Anytime.
It's coming now. It's coming. So, do you design kids' shoes as well?
Yes, ma'am. I design kids shoes 95% of the time
Really?
because the average person would get something for their kid before they get something for themselves. So,
True.
and then, kids look at so much now dealing with like
Hmm.
cartoons, dealing with different
Hmm.
animes. And you can't really find that in a store or find it on your shoe. So it's best to come to a customizer.
I agree, 110%. I'm gonna have to look like I'm gonna have to be sending some shoes off for my kids too.
Hey, look, I'll be ready for it. I know. Hey, look, I know they got a lot of ideas.
They do, they do. And what about portraits? Do you do portraits?
Yes, I have did portraits, but the average person, when they come get a portrait, they will really like the picture, like kind of laminate. How can I say it? Kind of like laminated or something like that.
Hmm.
And I'll go get the image made for them, and I'll put the image on it, and I just go around it with a lot of detail and stuff to bring the picture out so it won't look so dull.
Oh, now that's cool. That is cool because I know I seen it was one place I can't remember the name of it. They actually put images like on the shoes and like if someone passed away or something. But so that's real neat. I might have to get me and my kids or something. See, now you're giving me ideas to throw at you now.
Hey, look, any idea counts. Any idea, because any idea could be a next big hit. So
That's true.
that's the way I
That's
look at it.
absolutely. What was the hardest picture you've ever had to design?
The hardest, um, let's see. Okay, I would say this Steph Curry shit
Oh,
because Okay, the little story behind this one is first the person sent me like a stencil form of Steph Curry, and I really don't like duplicating. Like
Right.
I really like giving you a one on one, so nobody else could probably like really try to get that unless they go through me.
Right.
Um, so the person sent me the picture, and I was like, I kind of like it. I said, can I kind of tweak it up a little bit to kind of make it more of my own? The lady said, yeah. Um, so this is the trick with this. So the first time I did it, I liked it, but I sent it to the customer. She was like,
Right.
I don't think I really like that one.
Oh no.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, let me do a little bit more changes, and let's see if you like the next one. So I script the image and redid a whole nother image up there, and she didn't like that one either. So
Oh no.
I was kind of frustrated, but then I was like, man, I'm gonna just go with what she want me to do.
Right.
So when I went with what she wanted me to do, it came out a lot better. It came out
Right.
easier. And me wishing I would have did that the first time,
All right.
that let me learn a lesson of basically do what a person asks instead of always kind of offer advice, because sometimes that person could just be going for that specific look.
Right. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes when people want things done, they don't mind you adding a little flavor to it either. But looked like she was just stuck on what she wanted. She wasn't with
Yeah.
you trying to change up anything. And that's okay
But
because
at
at
the
the end it's
at
still
the end of the day too, when I met back up with her, she did tell me she apologized for the inconvenience, but I told her, I mean, the customer, in my eyes, the customer is right with this part
that's what they
because
say.
it's a customer. So
Right.
let's just make sure we get your product right so we can make sure it's right on my end.
Right. So when you say you stripped them, so did you already put the image on the shoe and then had to take it off? Or it was just
Yes,
did you just oh wow.
yes. I had the I was literally done. That was the last part of the shoe I had to do. So
Oh
basically,
wow.
soon as I got done, I sent it to her because I was like, man, I'm done. So she was like, oh, I don't really like that one. So then that made me go back like, man, now I gotta script this whole image. Then I got to try to blemish this again and do little like basically do the same beginning steps over and over. And
Whew.
it was a little bit more time consuming, but
Wow.
at the end of the day, it didn't really I still met the deadline at least 2-3 days before. So I was still pretty good.
Well, that's good. So have you ever had to uh purchase shoes for someone after if you've messed up a pair, did you ever have to replace a pair?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
no.
So I got a story for that one too. So one day I had a customer, she wanted a Chief Keef shoe. And
Oh,
I was in a conversation with somebody and I was taking the check off. And man, I was so into the conversation and not really kind of more paying attention. And I end up ripping the whole check. Matter of fact, I thought I had the shoe around me, but I don't. It's actually a custom shoe I actually did for myself because I ripped the check off. But
oh
once
wow.
I ripped the check, it ripped so far that you could kind of see the fabric on the inside. So I had
Oh
to
yeah.
really, I had to go to Hibbett's first because I had to find the shoe again because it was the last one.
Oh
So
no.
I had to search 3 or 4 Hibbett's, and I finally came across one. Found it, told her that I found it, and it luckily it was only one shoe. So
Right.
that was the best thing about it. But got that straight and sent it to her. Everything was fine from there. But yeah, I have had a lot of hiccups in this.
And
Dealing with
it
stent,
happens. Yeah.
dealing with stencils, dealing with taping, sometimes dealing with airbrushing because I do airbrush too as well. Um, like I'm literally working on an airbrush shirt right now. I just put it kind of together, so I'm gonna start on it tonight. I'm doing a Fred Flintstone and the Jetsons t-shirt.
Oh
So
wow.
because I did a custom for a customer a couple months ago, and I seen him yesterday, and he's going to like an event this weekend, and he was like, "Man, you know, I still ain't got no shirt or nothing to go with them shoes that you did." And I was like, "Man, you know I airbrush and stuff, right?" He was like, "Man, I keep forgetting that you do that type of stuff, man. I keep forgetting." He was like, "So, man, if I go get 2 shirts a day, you think you will have them ready by Friday?" I said, I know I can, even though due to my work schedule of
Right.
this week, because I work 5 days this week. So that's another thing dealing with this, dealing with how I work, because I work third shift. So it's kind of like I'm always up.
Right.
And man, it's really, man, it's so much I can really say because it's
And
a
it's all
lot
right.
that I
Say
actually
it.
I
We don't
gotta
mind.
I do a lot at one time, man. Shoot, I'm doing 4 cleats. All of these are from 4 different states. I have Oklahoma, I have California, I have Missouri, and I have Wisconsin.
Oh wow.
So,
That's what's
so
up. You worldwide.
yes. So I have those 4 right here. I got a reglue that I do because I also do restore shoes too. But I kind of stopped because I wanted to focus more on customs.
Right.
And yeah, I re-glued these together. So the sole was completely off of them.
Oh
So
wow.
I re-glued that back so you can see shake test.
Right.
Um, I repair suede a lot because a lot of people do not like cleaning suede.
Nope.
So I do clean shoes too. So basically I'm in all types of revenues around shoes. Basically, if you want something cleaned, if you want something kind of fixed, I do that. If you want something custom, I basically do whatever you say. So I'm all the way around in it. So that's the good thing about it. I'm
Oh yeah.
utilizing everything.
That's what's up. So do you also paint on shoes as well?
Yes. I
Yes. What?
the to be honest with you, I'd rather hand paint than airbrush. I understand that that the airbrush makes it faster. And some people say that it gives it a little cleaner look. But I started off as a hand painter, and I never used tape. Like when I first started doing customs, I never used tape because that's the kind of motive that I kind of wanted to go with of
Right.
trying to be neat, you know, and
Mhm.
not use so much tape to show people that you could be neat and precise as well as an artist. And I actually love it, man. I love everything about it. I love when a person can come to me and say the wildest thoughts. Like one of my customers, he said he wanted a Charlie Brown shoe, but Charlie Brown was fighting zombies. You never really seen an episode of Charlie
Uh
Brown fighting zombies.
no.
I did
Wow.
the same customer here. The Flintstone and Jetson shoe I did. I got Fred Flintstone in a hot rod. I got Wilma counting money beside him. I
Oh,
got
I need that. I need that.
I did some Crocs and put SpongeBob and Patrick up there, but put Patrick the wrong way so I can have the conversation with SpongeBob and Patrick of SpongeBob telling Patrick to turn the right way. So
Oh
it's so
wow.
many different ways and creativity that
Right.
you could just broaden with doing a lot. So
You're
I
very
love
creative,
taking
sounds like.
yes, and I'm big on when it comes to freestyles, I can freestyle, but once you give me three, like you could give me like either your favorite color. I would say, give me three things. You would say the average person would say, man, my favorite color blue. I like roses, and you can throw like some paint splatter or something in there. So with those three, I would just utilize what you told me, and I would ask you one question because the average person really does like it. I always ask the customer, do they want their name on it? Because the average person, when they get a customer or anything, they do want something dealing with their self up there.
Right.
So I mean, I always
Right.
ask questions because I want to bring out, I want that moment when you get your shoe back. Like I
Right.
really love that. Like I've had customers send me videos of their kids opening the shoes. They running around the house. Oh my God, Mom, I always wanted something like this. Or man, I love seeing the reaction from the people, man.
Right.
It's amazing. And then it makes me more happy. It makes me keep going every day.
Right. So how long does it take you to customize a pair of shoes?
It depends on the design, I could say, but if you wanted something like an airbrush name and like some small detail or something around it, I could probably do that in 1 to 2 days.
That ain't bad. Have you ever did a whole fit? Well, you just said that, but like at once, not
Woo!
like parts. Because I know
Yes,
you said the guy had the
yes,
shoes, and then later on he wanted to tell you. Have you ever had to do a whole fit with shoes
yes.
and
I
all
did.
pants and everything?
Yes. I just recently did. I did two kids to be exact. I did a Coco Miller jumper set with a t-shirt to match with it, and I did something on her shoes that because the person had ordered a custom pair of shoes offline, and when they got the shoes back, the colors did not match with what
Oh,
the outfit they wanted. So I retweaked up another custom shoes with what I could say
oh, that's
to
what's
go
up.
along with the outfit. And I did a I don't know if you're kind of familiar with LOL Surprise.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The dolls.
Okay, yes. So
Mm-hmm.
I had a customer from New York. I did her daughter's jean jacket, her pants, her shoes, and the shirt. And I did her mama shirt as well. And I did all of that in like 2 days.
That's what's up. Okay, Erica wants to know, do you got a business page? Because she wants to check out some of your work.
Yes. My business page, you can go on your Facebook and type in Chilla Customs. That's CHI 2 L's A. Custom spelled regular with an S on the end, no Z, just to let it be so easy for anybody to find. That's the easiest way to find me. You can go on your Instagram, and Instagram is the same thing, Chilla Customs. My image on Facebook is the same as the image on my Instagram as well. And you will see all my work, 90% of it on my Instagram.
That is
Only
what's
thing
up.
that you won't see on my Instagram is I think my casket work that I did.
You do
A couple
caskets
of
too?
outfits. Yeah, I did a casket like 2 years ago or
Oh
like last year.
wow.
I
Oh
hand
wow.
painted it too.
Oh wow.
And
That is what's
it's
up.
another keynote with that is I did everything in 8 hours, and the body was actually in the casket, so I wasn't nervous or nothing, and I did it overnight in a funeral home.
Ah, you good? Cause ain't no way on God's green earth you good. I would have been having all kind of thoughts. I probably would have passed out. They would have had to put me in one. Ain't
So
no
I
way.
do, and
Oh Jesus.
no, a lot of people when I tell people that they ask, that's a key question that they ask. Man, was the body in it? I was
Ooh,
like, yeah. I'd be like, yeah, man. They be like, man, you got a lot of courage.
I'm not lying. I know they say you're supposed to be scared of the living and not the dead, but Uh, so have you ever well, what was the hardest thing that you ever had to customize when you first started?
When I first started, I would say, uh, what would I say? What was really hard? Okay, learning colors. That what I could say was really hard because every color is not like the same. Like once once like say for example you're doing like a blue, you're not going to use as many shades of a blue as you are using as many coats of a yellow because the color is
Right,
so bright. So
right.
once the color is real bright, like that's something I really had to learn. Like I did a shoe with like that slime looking green.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it took me a week because I didn't really understand the colors. Like it took me a week to really blend that slime green together because I just kept seeing streaks. Like I'm
Oh
big
no.
on that when I was hand painting, like seeing streaks and going outside and I could see the extra lines in it. And man, it took me about a week. The girl wasn't rushing me or nothing at all either,
Right.
but it took me a week to actually learn that. And then that helped me understand too. Airbrushing lighter colors is way better than hand painting them because it's quicker, it's easier, it comes out cleaner, and it makes the detail when you want to come in with a darker color more easier to blend with. So this it's a lot of things that I've learned literally in the past 3 years. So
That's good.
dealing with dealing with shading, dealing with blending colors so the color won't like look so on top of each other. It'll look smooth with it. Um, learning when you airbrush, learning to keep your airbrush clean
Wow.
because I've man shoot, I'm on my seventh airbrush, I could say. Um,
So if you don't keep them
because
clean, they mess up.
yes, they can
Mm.
mess up, and you can basically. This is something I learned over time because I broke three first out of
Oh.
frustration.
Uh-oh.
So, because I just kept, I'm doing my thing. I'm thinking I'm cleaning it right. So every time I get ready to start, it ain't working. So I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong? So now I'm snapping the needle, I'm breaking stuff apart instead of just asking somebody that
Right.
really does airbrushing on the usual, like how do I really clean it, or what's the easier method to clean it to switch colors. So after I broke three, I finally took the initiative to ask like two people that I actually deal with outside of in the customizing world, which is Marcus Floyd and Curtis Drake. Marcus Floyd, he is a big influence on me right now. Him and I would say him. I would say this guy named Curtis Dre, this guy named Finesse Customs out of New Bern. Just to shout out a couple of those guys because
Right.
when I got questions or when I'm nervous about something, I go to those guys because I actually got a lot of confidence in myself. But sometimes, it fades out because you get that frustration that you can't do
Right.
something.
Right.
So then I hit up those guys and ask them certain questions. They'll come through and be like, "Man, don't worry about nothing. It's just part of the game. Just keep going. Don't stop." And it helps a lot because it does get frustrating sometimes dealing with people just talking all the time. Some people not shopping.
Right.
I talk to a lot of people every day, literally every day. And I get those, man, I'm gonna come Thursday, or man, I'm gonna come Friday, and Friday turned into 3 years, and you still never see, you never see them people. There's people that I did work for that I still have their shoes, and they just because they ain't paid me yet. I just use it.
Right.
I just use it. I use their shoe for advertisement. It
But you
ain't
know
like
what?
I can't
Right.
utilize what you have. So
Right.
I just so other people, I be like, man, look at this. So prime example, um, like these. These were the former customers. Um, these was all this electro color right here. And I didn't even want to do them at first because I didn't even like. I don't really want to work with foam posits because the
Right.
material and so much that you got to do. And but I was like, man, you family, man. I go ahead and do it, man. And shoot, I did them. They've been sitting here ever since, but they look very good. I like them.
Oh yeah.
They my size, but I ain't really a foam posit. I ain't really
Right.
a foam posit person, and the shoe is kind of old in age. And when the shoe is kind of old, it becomes a little harder.
Yeah.
So I don't really, I just use it for advertisement and show people that I can do a foam posit. So
Right.
I don't have no hard feelings towards nobody when they do stuff like that. I just take it and use it for advertising. Some people like, well, can you show me some work? Or they'll video chat me and be like, well, can you show me something you're doing? And I show them they shoes.
Right.
So,
Let me tell you, too, I understand that part because I do like custom tumblers. So, if someone want a
okay.
tumbler and they want certain stuff on it, I try to make it happen as well. I can't draw now,
Well,
so
I'm gonna
that,
have to come get you. I'm gonna
that
have to come get me a tumbler. I'm a
oh
Lakers
yeah.
fan, so I'm gonna throw
Oh
that
yeah.
out there.
I got you. I got you. So I've had it done to me. Like they'll order stuff, and it's not like y'all purchasing none of this stuff. Like I'm buying it out of with my money, so I'm
Man,
losing out. So my my honey was like, you need to start getting a deposit. Like make them pay something because some people don't want to lose that deposit, or either
correct.
if they do lose it, I'm not losing nothing because I still got something out of it. So that's
And
probably
see, this
something you
this
can look
is what
into
I
too.
learned from deposits.
Uh oh.
So, okay, I did at first accept deposits, but in this business right here, man, it seems like when a person you're not getting nowhere with a deposit in this business, to be honest with you, because man, every moment you never know, paint dries out. You might have to go get tape, get
Right.
vinyl. You may have to order new sand. Like I just had to order new sandpaper tablets and stuff for trying to get the cleats down so the paint can hold. So it's
Right.
so much that you got to keep constantly buying.
You do.
It's so like people want these rope laces and
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
yeah, these laces right here. People want these
Yep.
so bad.
Yep.
These are thick laces, so you still got to go in here and do more work
Drill.
for this for
Uh-huh.
this hole in this Air Force One. So it's a lot of things that people don't really understand, but want to be cheap about. And
Right.
I can't let nobody be cheap with me because I do
No.
too much and my quality shows. And
Right.
then like I said on this deposit note, man, accepting deposits, man, I feel like that still give people leeway to lollygag because they still owe you.
Right. But you still getting something out of it. Something is better than nothing. Because
I agree with that.
if you customizing something that costs $80, at least get half of it. So all they'll owe you is the 40. So if they don't, you still gonna come out on top because hey, you lost out on $40. But if you're not charging them nothing, then everything that you bought, it was like, it's wasted because now you don't put it on something that they wanted. And you can't reuse it
Yeah,
on somebody else's stuff.
that's just like buying random rhinestones because you see people people keep constantly coming to you, man. You got this color blue
Mm-hmm.
rhinestone, or you got this and you got that, and now you thinking ahead because you want to order in advance. So when
Right.
somebody come, you already have it. So man, it's so much. But
It
at
is.
the end of the day, it ain't gonna stop nothing.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no. It
because at
can't.
the end of the day, that's why you continue to advertise yourself, because every new customer is not the same.
That's true. That's true. And we always got to start somewhere. So
Correct.
and it's a word of mouth too, because it only take one person to put you out there for you to get thousands. But it's just a
Correct.
word of mouth. So, and I do, Erica, the one who's asking about your business page. I also had her on my podcast, where she also does custom work too. You should check her page
Okay.
out as well. So,
I
she's
definitely
pretty
will.
good. Yeah, she's gonna do me a because my show is called Rags to Riches, so she's gonna do me a custom Rags to Riches shirt. Appreciate you, Erica. And she's also gonna send when she finished doing this jacket, she's gonna send the image to me, and I'm gonna post it on the page too, so you'll kind of see. But yeah, definitely check her out too, because her work is
I
pretty good.
definitely be checking that out. I definitely check that out.
Absolutely. So, um, have you ever had a big order at one time?
Yes. Christmas is a big time for me. Um, I've had last Christmas I had to do 23 shirts.
Ooh.
Yeah, 23 shirts. I did a class because I also me and my I call it, he like my cousin, somebody slash like my brother. We came together and started this thing called Two Brushes Academy.
Oh, that's
And
what's up.
we basically go around teaching kids how to learn more about art, give them time to actually try to make friends and network with themselves. I have a photographer. Shout out to T Dot. He comes and film it. Give the kids the interview. I give them snacks, and basically they enjoy themselves, man, for at least 4 or 5 hours, and
That's good.
get a chance to make friends, enjoy time together, get out the house, do something constructive. They're learning, um, and they're learning something that can make them basically do anything at home to control their anger. You get out of depressions. Art took me a long
Right.
ways, so it's a lot of things that art can do for you. I used to work for a behavior facility, and I've taught so many kids how to draw, and it's inspirational, man, because they
Right.
actually want to learn it versus just draw something so fast just so they can show somebody. Nah, they want to take time. They want to learn a little detail in it, make their pictures look better. It puts a smile on my face every time, man. Somebody asks me to
Absolutely.
teach them something.
That's what's up. And that's good, because it seems, you could tell you're very passionate about art. So for you to teach kids how to kind of learn how to do that as well, and to, because some of that stuff can really keep kids off the streets, especially if their mind focus on that, and then they find
Correct.
joy in it. That's what's up.
And
That's
like I
what's
tell
up.
kids too, man, you'll be surprised how many kids are your age, almost millionaires off of a design.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I tell
That's
people
what's
all the
up.
time, man, create, never stop creating, because at the end of the day, you never know who's watching.
Right.
Like my first year of doing customs, um, Trinidad James reached out to me.
Oh wow.
My my first year. I haven't did a celebrity custom yet, but I've talked to several. I've talked to Sauce Walker. I've talked to 2 or 3 gospel artists. I've talked to Murray. I've talked to Moneybag Yo. I've talked to a couple of NFL players too as
That's
well.
what's up.
Um, so that just let me know to keep going and never
Oh
stop.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So and at the end of the day, man, it's so many people that sit here and wonder what else what else is being seen. You never know who is really, really watching your page.
That's true. That's true. That's
So
why I
that's
say
why
it
I
only take one
constantly
person.
it only take one.
One person. Yep. That is so true. So what advice can you give someone who wants to start customizing?
First, do some research on it. I tell everybody that. Do your research on it. Make sure you really, really want to get into it and learn so much more. Like it's so many things that you can actually learn about customizing shoes before you get started to help you on your journey. And it's a guy named DeJesus that I looked at a lot on YouTube, and him, Caddy Customs, um, Sneaker Diamonds. So it's a couple people that I actually studied, like, cause I actually before I got into it, I went around and I asked a couple people first, cause I was like, man, hey man, I'm about to start customizing, man, just to see the reaction of some people.
Right.
A couple people laughed. A couple people sat there and was like, man, I already know you can draw. Let's just see what you can do. See what you can do. Order something. There was people that was like, man, focus on what you got in your face instead of what you want to do. And I just defeat the purpose because a lot of negative
Absolutely.
energy can really, really bring down your vision. And
That's true.
nobody understands your vision like you do.
Right.
So
You
that's why
said a
I
mouthful.
always, for real, because man, I've been told plenty of times before I even got where I am today, you need to stop. You
Mm,
need to do this. You need to do that. And in the back of my head, I was like, no, I need to do what I'm doing now because I don't want to do what everybody else doing.
right.
I want to be comfortable with what I do for a job. I want to love a job. You see what I'm saying? Have a
Right.
career, not just a job. Because a job, the average person, when they say job, it's easy to leave a job. When you have a career, that's something that you're really, really focused on. Something that
Right.
you put time in. Something that you're focused on dealing with, like a promotion or something that can really, really benefit you versus just thinking about a job.
Right. That's true.
Like,
That's a true story.
man, if you only knew how many people laughed and laughed and laughed and told me that I wasn't gonna be somewhere that
Oh
I am
wow.
today, man,
Hey. Well, looks
I'm
like you
blessed.
got the last laugh. So
It,
looks like you got
I'm
the
a,
last laugh at it.
I'm gonna always get the last laugh because I'm a humble
Absolutely.
person, very humble. I never feel like I'm on top because I'm always willing to learn more. It's
Right.
always something more that I can do. And like even when I talk to a couple people that I know that's at a higher level than me, every conversation I tell them, man, I meet you at the top. I never say, man, I'm gonna be the best.
Right.
I'm gonna be this. Nah, I'm gonna be at the top in that range with those people. Like
Absolutely.
I'm going to be there, and I'm determined to get there. And due to the fact of my determination and how hard I work and creativity level, it's going to be seen on a bigger platform. And
Absolutely.
when the moment comes, I'ma still be humble and keep killing.
Absolutely. You got a good mind, a good head on your shoulder. So, it'll definitely take you far. So can we see some of your work?
Sure. I got I got a shoe right here. I call a dozen roses, and
Oh,
it's more of just a paint splatter feel. and it has a dozen roses all throughout the shoe, as you can
That
see.
is neat. Yes. Oh wow.
And
Oh, I
so
like
I
that.
did my first like actual show. Like somebody invited me to be at their show probably like 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. If it was like 2 years ago. And this is the shoe that I actually did there at the show.
Oh, so that's like an army.
And I made
Oh
my
yeah.
own fatigue while people was just walking through.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So and that also shows you too, man, the range of how my work has became so much neater because this was hand painted. And this was completely airbrushed.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
yes, these both are used shoes.
Oh wow.
So that's just another example of your shoe don't have to be brand new
Right. But you
because
make it look it.
yes, it's so
Wow.
many people, man, you'll be surprised how many people done came to me with some beat up Air Forces. Man, beat up. I done I done seen the bottom of some Air Forces.
Oh Lord.
And
Oh
man,
man.
you'll be surprised. So many people be like, man, I don't even see how you did it. And I be like, man, it's just time, just putting time in, man.
Yep. Yep.
Like my
And that's
first customer, like that's a story I could tell. My first customer, we were this is a good story because it made me happy because it solidified the fact of me going for this dream I had. This was the sixth person that I asked that week before I wanted to try to like get started on trying to have a customer base. Me and my homeboy, we both got off work. He used to work night shift. I used to work night shift. He get off 30 minutes before I do, and I used to go to his house. We'd chill a little bit, probably go get a little bit of breakfast or something like that. And I was giving him like showing him a little bit, like because I had did like two or three like one shoes in my room just to show like a little example that I was trying to step into it. Man, I said, hey bro, I'm trying to step into customizing shoes. Can I show you something real quick? He said, customizing shoes? He said, what you gonna be doing? Painting them? I was like, yeah. So I showed him the original shoe. Then I was like, man, look at this. Look what I did to it. He said, you did it? I said, yeah, bro. I hand painted it. He said, bro, you lying. I said, nah, for real. Look, I started showing him like, because I did like 3 or 4 videos of me actually doing it.
right.
So he was like, man, he said, if I got some ones in the house, how much you gonna charge me to do me a Nipsey Hussle custom? I said, you know how it's your first customer, so you don't know what to say, and you really don't know
True.
a price to give.
True. True.
So I said, man, I said, give me $100. The boy ran in the house, grabbed the Air Force Ones, and grabbed the $100. He came back outside. He said, bro, my birthday is in 3 to 4 days. I leave and go to Miami for my birthday. I want them shoes for my birthday. I said, okay, cool. I'm about to go home and get started on it right then. Man, you talking about when I was backing up, when he was going in the house, I was just driving up the street on my way home like, man, I got a customer.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, I'm about to go off on these shoes. Man, to this day, he probably only wore them twice.
Wow. Wow. That's
Cause he
what's up
said
though.
that man, just from that moment, I've been so dedicated ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I done opened my like I always been a people's person. but I wasn't really the type of person where I would just be advertising something. Now I got something to advertise. And man, there's so many people that see me every day. Man, I go in the gas station. Bro, man, I love your work, man. I'm coming to you soon, man. I gotta get some stuff together first, man. I gotta get my bills stuff straight first. But I'm coming to you. I'm coming. I've been coming. I'm coming. I tell them every time, humbly, man, I'll be waiting for you every chance.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
And
sit there and just tell you, nah, man, I don't think you coming. Nah,
right.
I ain't gonna do that. All I can tell the person, I'll be ready when you ready.
Yep, because some people really do go through stuff. So, you never
Correct.
know. Some people do have other things they have to take care of first and then, play later. But that was a very good story. So can you tell the viewers where they can go to find you at if they wanted a custom pair of shoes? Like, what are some of your platforms that you have?
Okay. On TikTok, if a lot of people are TikTokers, so
True.
on TikTok, if you want to see some work, you can find me at Chiller Customs 1019 on TikTok. On Instagram and Facebook is both just Chiller Customs. If you want to inbox me personally, my personal page is Tay Collie. It's just TA, just it, and Collie, COLLIE. That's the easiest ways to connect with me, and I do respond as soon as possible. And once I respond, any type of detail that you want to leave me or anything like that, you can ask for price rates. I always send my price list out. Man, it's shoot. That's it. That's kind of basically it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I wrote them down too, and you said that's Chiller Customs at 1019. That's on TikTok, and then Chiller Customs, that's on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we got it. And I want to thank you so much for being a guest. This was great. I enjoyed every minute of it. I will be hitting you up. Yes, yes, yes. Because I need me some custom stuff. But don't go nowhere yet, because I'm gonna talk to you afterwards too. And again, thank my guests, you guys. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I enjoyed. Till next time, peace.
The Rags to Riches podcast is a dope podcast that is available on any podcasting platform, including YouTube, Apple, and Spotify podcasting. It's the perfect podcast to brighten your daily mood. It teaches you about motivation and responsibility with financial growth. Check it out today. Smooches. Peace.